Hi everyone, it's Stephen here at Bland Designs, and this is my vlog number 11 for Monday, March the 27th, 2017. Hope everybody's been doing well in the past week. And I have a few things to share with you today, but not a lot. Let's jump right into current projects since I don't have any questions happening. I've been dabbling this week in abstract painting. Now, you know from my last vlog that I've been attempting this as well with mixed results. Well, I did a search on the internet and I found that there seems to be a lot of people interested in doing abstract art in a method called poured acrylic. And basically, it's what it says. You mix up acrylic paints with various mediums and you basically pour them onto a canvas. Now I'm thinking, this is kind of interesting. The one thing that appeals to me is that you really can't control it, so your result is going to be a surprise at the end. And I just like mucking around with paint. So I did a few pieces with this, and I'm going to show you what they turned out like. I am still experimenting with this, but it's kind of fascinating. Now, this is not a poured piece, but this I started last week, and I think I showed it to you in the background, but I didn't really put it up for a display. And I'm kind of happy with the way this turned out. Walter says there's too much yellow. All right, maybe. It's very bright, that's for sure. Some of the pieces in the center here are what are called acrylic skins. I had these laying around. They're just basically dried acrylic paint that you let you mix with, mix it up with. You can mix it up with white glue if you want to, or matte medium, or polymer medium, that kind of stuff. And you put it on a piece of wax paper or a non-stick surface and let it dry. It takes a couple of days, and peel it off, and then you can do all kinds of things with it. Well, I had made these sometime in the past, found them in my stash, and just glued them with heavy gel matte medium down onto this canvas. Now this canvas has got a lot of layers on it because it doesn't look anything like what I started out with. My original design underneath this, I just didn't like it, so I painted it all over with red, then I scraped some paint off, then I added some more paint, then I added some splashes, and then I poured some onto it, and it built up from there. And, okay, I like it. Maybe not the best piece in the world. Well, I know it's not the best piece in the world, but I kind of like it. But anyways, that gave me new hope that maybe, with a little bit more practice and experimentation, I can make some interesting things. So anyways, I have that. As far as poured is concerned, though, here's now there's a bit of a glare on this because I did varnish it. But this basically is about 3 different colors of paint just poured, mixed up with something called pouring medium. And that's my new product for the week that I want to talk a little bit about. Now, I'm getting a glare here. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to avoid the glare. What's pouring medium? Well, it's been around for years. To me, it's new. And basically, it's a very thin polymer-based kind of fluid that you mix some acrylic paint into, and it allows your paint to become a little bit more fluid. And then you just basically pour it onto the canvas. Now, this is messy, this technique, and there are various things you can do. This piece I did with several colors in different cups and just poured them on and kind of moved the canvas around, let it drip down on the sides and the whole bit, and just let it flow wherever it wanted to flow, and this is the end result. I pushed a little bit of it around with a popsicle stick as well, ran it through to make some lines and things, but basically it's just the way it happened. And I kind of like it. I think it's kind of neat. So I'm still experimenting with this kind of stuff. Now, I did see some videos where people didn't use pouring medium. They simply used a little bit of water. I tried that. I didn't really like the results that I got with that. Maybe I had too much water. Maybe I didn't have enough. I don't know. It's something more to experiment with. But I kind of like the pouring medium, I think, a little bit better because you can have a little bit more control. Also, they talk about creating cells. Now, I haven't had any luck with this yet. But cells are basically, I think, air bubbles come up and they get trapped and they kind of blend through and they look like cells. And I got to play with that a little bit more. Some people were adding heat with a little blowtorch to it. I tried that that didn't really work for me. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm not doing, so I'm going to have to do some more study on this and try a little bit more. But you know, the other thing I was thinking of with this kind of treatment, that this could be a good base too for a mixed media canvas piece as well, you know, putting other pieces on here. And the other one that I did, let me grab it here. For now I'm going to put it up this way. This one I have not varnished yet, but this one, I'll just move it up a little closer. What I did, now you can see some cells. I got a few cells on this one, but not that many. This one, I mixed up the paints, my colors first individually, and this one I did use with water, and then you pour them into one cup, but don't stir them around. And then you turn the cup upside down. I hold it and flop it up like this, and then pull your cup off, and it just all runs all over the place. Again, this is a very messy technique, so if you're going to try this, make sure your work area has lots of protective coverings on it, and also have a couple of plastic drinking cups laying around turned upside down that you can rest this on, and it just sits there because it's going to take a while to dry. Actually took a little less time than I thought. I figured it would take about 24 hours to dry. It was pretty much dry within about 4 hours or so. But I leave it overnight before I do anything else more to it. I kind of like the way this turned out as well, but I am thinking of adding, there's a couple of spots on here that are some like bare canvas. It's hard to tell that on the video, but I'm thinking of sticking maybe some kind of embellishment into those ideas. So you know what I said a minute ago about making them into a mixed media canvas? This one I might start as a mixed media canvas. I don't know yet. But anyways, I'm still experimenting with this whole method, and it's fun. It's fun to do. Messy, but really fun to do. And one other technique, which will also lead me into talking about my resource of the week, is something called galaxy painting. Now, galaxy painting is basically you take watercolors, this is watercolor paper, and you wet down your page first, take a brush, I used a water brush in this case, and take some of your colors and just apply them all over and let them run together and spritz them with a little bit more water until you get sort of this cloudy kind of effect. And then splatter a little bit of white paint for stars in the background. Now this was my first attempt at this. I haven't done any more. I might change the colors next time, I might do something a little deeper, but it's kind of fun to do. And again, this is another kind of art that you really don't have any control over. It's just going to do what it's going to do. But anyways, speaking of, this is called galaxy art. So speaking of that, I'm going to jump right in to talking about, and I'm just, bear with me for a minute, I'm just trying to get rid of that glare in the background. That's my window back there. When I started the video, it was not sunny out. Suddenly the sun's come out and it's coming through that window. Maybe I need to make these at a different time of the day. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll work on that. Okay, so back to galaxy painting. There is a website, or actually a YouTube channel. It's by a woman by the name of, and I'm going to butcher her name, it's Marta Labkowski, I think. I'm not really sure. I think she's a Polish lady. She has a bit of an accent. Actually, it's a cute accent. I came across her work just randomly one day. She has quite a following, and her YouTube site is called, and I may butcher this too, I'm not sure if you say it as Maremi Smallart. It's M-A-R-E-M-I and then Smallart. S-M-A-L-L-A-R-T. So if you do a search on YouTube, you will find her. She does a lot of mixed media things. She's got tips and tricks. And once you get over her accent, which isn't that bad, it's kind of funny actually. Funny in a good way. I'm not criticizing her. In fact, I've learned a lot from her. She's got a lot of really good videos about doing things, and lots of tips and tricks as well. And she also has a web page. The web page is called, let me just pull it up here. Well, I'm not sure what, oh, it's called artsycrafty.blogspot.ca. She offers classes online too that you can purchase, and she's got some displays of her mixed media pieces, which are very lovely indeed. So she's worth checking out, and that's where I found the videos on galaxy painting from her. So check those out too, because it's kind of fun to do. Okay, so that's what I've been up to. What else is happening? Well, let's stop for a minute and talk about what's pissing me off this week. And really, it's nothing I can have control over, or anybody does, but it just annoys me. And it's when you order stuff from the States. Let's face it, most of the big companies that sell any of the art supplies or the mixed media supplies or the scrapbooking supplies that we want, there are Canadian distributors out there, but really, most of the good stuff, getting your hands on it, comes from the States. And I used to order a lot from the States. However, I have sort of stopped that now for a couple of reasons. One, our dollar sucks, so it's costing us like about $1.40 for every American buck. Plus, the other thing that puts the price up is shipping. Give you an example. Cricut is offering a pack of 30 fine point pens that work in the Cricut cutting system for $34.99 American. That's a good price, and there's 30 of them. So I thought of ordering them, but then I checked out their shipping. $34.99 for the pens, another $14.95 American for shipping. Okay, so let's see. Right off the bat, you add those two together, you're talking $50 American for that product. Now, take that and figure it out in Canadian dollars. It's like about $70 for this product. So basically, it's doubling the price of the product. And a lot of that price is coming from just the shipping alone. So this is what pisses me off. These companies like Cricut and other ones out there offer free shipping within the USA. But if you're not in the USA, they nail you for it. Now, I know that's probably got to do with the US Postal Service or how they ship it and all that kind of stuff. But what's really annoying to me is if you can offer it for free to ship it anywhere in the United States, okay, at least why can't you offer free shipping to Canada? I mean, there's parts of the United States from these companies that are just as far away from them as I am. They'd get my business if they offered free shipping, even in spite of the fact that our dollar sucks right now. But it would still be, it's something that I can't readily get necessarily here, and they're having a special on it, but no, they want to charge you for it. So, I mean, I know this is something out of my control. It may even be out of the control of those companies' hands as well. But it's always like the businesses always seem to be shafting the rest of us in the world. And I'm sorry to my American viewers out there. Nothing against American crafters, everything against American businesses. But I guess, why should they care about us? They must be getting enough business in the States that it doesn't matter how much they sell to us Canadians. Anyways, that's what I'm pissed off at this week. Okay, what else do we got to talk about here? Okay, my big order has come in at Class Act. This is going to kill me financially. Right after CHA, I put in order for all kinds of stuff, and most of them are pre-orders. Well, they've all come out at the same time. So I've probably got about $500 worth of stuff at Class Act waiting for me. But it's going to be like Christmas. And when I get all of that, I might do a little haul video on here on my vlog or separate, just to show you all the things that I got. It's a lot of Tim Holtz stuff, of course, a lot of his new stuff, a lot of dyes, his new ink pads, all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm just not looking forward to paying for the bill. Let's see, what else? Oh yes, something new in technology, new to us, okay, new to Walter and I. May not be that new to other people. So we discovered that there's this software called Koti, K-O-T-I, which allows you to stream videos from an endless source. Your TV shows, your movies, the whole bit. And I actually download a lot of movies and things like that. It takes a long time to download them, although I do have a very fast internet speed, but still it takes a long time, and usually I have to convert them over so they can be used on my Apple TV devices. And what this does is you can buy this little box that you can hook into your TV set, and basically you have streaming video of current television programs, past television programs, current movies, things like that. And the best part is it's all free. The box isn't free. We're waiting for the box to come. Walter ordered one. It's about $169 Canadian that he ordered. There's all kinds of them out there, different ones. He did the research, as he always does, and he figured out which one he had the best reviews and, you know, what he thought would work best with our system, and that's what he's ordered. So that's coming this week, so we're a little excited about that. We basically, since I've started downloading, and I've been doing this for a couple of years, we dropped our satellite down service for our TV set down to basic because we weren't watching it. In fact, we still don't watch regular TV. We watch what I download most of the time. You don't get commercials. You get what's current. There may be a little technical side there about legalities. I'm not sure, but I mean, I don't share them with other people. I don't sell them or anything. And I delete them after we've watched them. But anyways, shh, our little secret. Okay. So I'm looking forward to this. Anything in technology I look forward to. Anyways, I'm a technology junkie. Okay, what else can we talk about here today? Oh yeah, another resource, and you may have seen these. I love them. They're magazines from a company called Stampington and Company. They're very nice. They have a whole series of them. This is Somerset Studio, which has a lot of mixed media stuff. They have all kinds of magazines in this series that come out, you know, some of them come out bi-monthly, some of them come out quarterly, whatever. That's another one, Somerset Studio, but you can see the mixed media ideas. They have one called Apprentice. I really like this because it's got some great ideas. It's got directions for how to duplicate these ideas, and they're very nicely put together magazines. They're high quality. In fact, I thought about subscribing to them, but they're not cheap. Buying them on the newsstand, they range anywhere from about, what's this one? Well, about $16.99 Canadian. That pisses me off too. Another thing that pisses me off is the fact that you get U.S. price $14.99. Canada, it's $2 more with it. Again, I don't get it. I think it's just a money grab, really. But anyways, so what was I saying? Yeah, they're really nice quality. Now, you can get them in digital format as well. You can subscribe to them digitally. Actually, I thought about doing that because I subscribe to most things digitally. But I just like the feel of these magazines. I like the pictures, and that's something the digital does not reproduce the same. So I think I'll continue just buying them off the rack. I looked at getting a subscription, but it's going to cost about $80 a year. They've got a good deal. You get 5 different publications, but they come out at different times. And but by the time the shipping, again, and the exchange rate, it's about $80. So I thought, I'll just buy them when they come available on the newsstand. And this is another one, Gallery. They have other ones though as well. There's quite a few of them. So if you go to their website, Stampington and Company, I think .com. I think that might be what it is. Just do a Google search for it, you'll find it. Take a look at them. They're worth looking at. They also have a store, and they sell like ephemera, vintage stuff, things like that that you can use to mix media. I've never ordered any of those from them, but that glares right there again. I've never ordered any of those kind of things from them, but they look like they're good. And again, the only reason I haven't ordered them is because of the exchange rate. So that's another resource. So what happened this week? Well, I did a tour at the art gallery. I'm going to see if this is better if I move over this way. I don't know if that's any better, but that's what I'll do. Okay, sorry about that. I'll try to fix that up for the next vlog. So as I was saying, I did a tour for grade 3s, and they're cute. I mean, I was a high school teacher, and I was a high school teacher on purpose. I really didn't have the patience to deal with little kids, but I have found now that since I've been giving tours, and most of them are for primary school kids, I find them kind of cute. Maybe that's because I know they're going to go home after a 45-minute tour and I don't have to deal with them. I don't know. But they come up with the greatest things, though. The things that they say about the art when I show it to them, they're very insightful. And maybe that's because they don't have an inner critic yet. You know, like when you start working on art, you have that inner critic that tells you, no, what you're doing is crap or this kind of thing. I think these kids just go with the flow. But anyways, I had them, and on the other end of the spectrum, I had a seniors tour. It was really great that these people were getting out, but there was only 6 of them in the tour. 3 of them were in wheelchairs. We are accessible though, so that wasn't really a problem. One lady, I don't know how much she got out of the tour because she was pretty much asleep in her chair most of the time. I took them on a tour, and then they went down to our studio, and along with the studio person, we kind of helped them do some jelly plate printing. That was kind of fun. They seemed to enjoy that. And you know, that's really great. Art is a great thing for stimulating interest. And I think people in that age group, you know, they're very lucky that they had other people that would bring them out and help them with this. You know, keep their minds going. Maybe their legs aren't working, but their minds are still working. And you know, art is great for that kind of thing. I guess that's why they have art therapy courses. Anyways, that was kind of interesting. And I mentioned the man's dance. That was Saturday night. And actually, this one was pretty good. It must be catching on. The last couple that they've held have not had that many people at them. But this one had the best crowd yet. The disc jockeys, they had 2 of them. And the disc jockeys were really good this time. They really catered to the crowd. The crowd wants 80s, 90s, little 70s music in it. And these 2 guys had it all. There was stuff there I haven't heard in 30 years. And it's nice to see the other guys that you haven't seen for a while and chat with them and that kind of thing. So it was a good evening. And so I'm looking forward to the next one, whenever that will be. I've also got my art journal class. Number 8 is coming up this weekend on Sunday. And I'm going to show the ladies how to make foam stamps for backgrounds. And I say ladies because I never get men in these classes. I really wish more men would get into this because I don't understand why. It's art. It's creative. There's lots of creative men out there in the world, as we well know. I don't know what it is. Is it a stigma that they think that only women do this kind of thing? I don't know how to get men to come to these types of classes or get involved with this. If anybody's got any ideas, I'm all ears for that kind of thing. Because I think more men should get involved in this kind of thing. Because it's fun. It's relaxing. And you want to know something? Just as a sideline, I'm just thinking here. This is also a hobby of mine. Dabbling in the arts, in crafting, in making things. And I'm so glad that I have that as a hobby. Because I'm retired now, and I've been retired now for almost 5 years. And I'm busier than I ever was before in my life. I don't know how I did the things that I did do when I was working full-time as a teacher. And I love this. But you know, so many men retire and they don't have any hobbies or interests. And they die. That's what happened to my father. My father lived for his work. When he retired, he had nothing to do. He sat all day. He got Parkinson's disease. He had the early stages of it. He may even had a touch of Alzheimer's. He had some dementia. All of those were there. Now, I mean, we still don't know what causes these things, and we don't have cures for them, but I'm a great believer that you can stay that stuff off if you're going to get it, if you keep your mind active. And having a hobby, I think, keeps your mind active. And a hobby that changes, like all the time, new possibilities. Like, this is what art is all about. You know, I'm playing with abstract stuff. I'm doing these pouring acrylics. Today I'm going to try to do some more marbleizing of paper because I saw some other YouTube videos about this and that looked interesting. I have so many projects on the go that sometimes I think I'm doing too much. But at least my mind is going. I don't want to veg out. And so, you know, and I don't think women have this problem. I think they can always find something to do and some interest for the most part. But I think for men, I think a lot of it circles around their work, and when they retire, their work is over, they have nothing to do. And so you got to cultivate hobbies. Anyways, that's my lecture for the week, I guess. Okay, anything else to tell you? Nope, don't think so. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next Monday, and I'll do something hopefully about the glare. Bye-bye. Have a good week.